Algebra 2, Lesson 30, Deductive Reasoning, Euclid, vertical angles are equal, corresponding interior-exterior angles, and 180 degrees in a triangle. The only thing we're going to be going over on this video is deductive reasoning. The rest is all good stuff. Hopefully we had enough time to go over it in class, but it's pretty simple, and they're just geometric truths that you can apply to your problems to help you solve them. Deductive reasoning can be a little bit more difficult, so we're going to focus on that today. So we go to our practice. And we got to determine whether or not these arguments are valid or invalid. Don't worry about saying why. We're not going to go over the why. We're just going to, if you show your work with these simple notes that I show you on this video, you don't have to worry about writing down why. It's not that hard. Now the key thing to look at is this first statement in each problem. The first statement you got to think of as your one-way street, or the direction that the logic travels. So in the first line they say all dogs have 3 legs. So on practice A, on our one-way street, from one direction we have all dogs. And since they say all dogs have 3 legs, if you are a dog and you're traveling on the street, then you're going to have 3 legs. Now we go to our second setup, which is Henry is a dog. So beneath that we have Henry is a dog. Now, if he is a dog, that means he's starting from this direction, which means he is following the flow of traffic. He can travel down that one-way street, so this is valid. Checks out. It's that simple. So now if it said Henry has 3 legs, that would put him starting this way, and he can't travel against traffic on a one-way street, so that would be invalid. So if your final statement follows the premise and flows with the logic down the street, then it's valid. Now let's go to B. They say all scholars are poor. So we have to take that first sentence, turn it into a one-way street. So the starting point is all scholars, and they travel to poverty. They are poor. Now, the second statement is Rita is poor. So Rita is poor. Now, poor leads us this way, and we cannot travel against traffic on a one-way street, so that is invalid. And it's that simple. So start with your major premise written out like a travel or direction, or a direction of logic, and then see if your statement follows that direction of logic or that direction of travel. If it does, it's valid. If it does not, it's invalid.